This is actually part 2 of the flatbed build. Very first episode that we did kind of went over the why, and this is going to be kind of where we're going to be going with it. This is more of an inspiration video. I want you guys to know just where my headspace is. So I've collected a few a few flatbeds over the course of the internet that are gonna give you an idea of relatively what we want this flatbed to do, kind of look like, how it's gonna be. But either way, let's get right into it on this flatbed video. Okay, so starting us off with number 1, as you can see, this is a semi-built flatbed, and it's very, very basic in structure. If we move in a little bit, you can see that it's on posts instead of a main runner. That meaning 10 posts on the frame, and then you have your cross members. You're saving a lot of weight there, but your side skirts have to do a lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to rigidity. This guy is also building out of steel, and again, this is a skirted flat deck. We're likely not going to go with a skirted for the time being because I don't know what I'm going to do with the sides yet. If we're going to put toolboxes, attachments, that kind of stuff. Right now, we might just leave it blank with the option to skirt it down the road. There's a couple flatbeds that are kind of like that in this. Okay, so this is another skirted truck on a Ford Raptor. Looks like it either has 35s or 33s. Now, tire size does come a little bit into the ballpark if you're doing a skirted bed. Another reason why we're not going to be doing a skirted, I'm about 99% sure we're not going skirted. Just for example, like at the back of this one, you can see where he put his little toolbox. I don't know what size toolbox, where we're going to put them, and what the angle, like the departure angle that we're actually going to go with. I kind of want to build the deck and then the rear bumper / tailpiece first, and then we can base it off of that. But I do like the general idea of a skirted deck. I find it looks a lot better. But again, we're building with steel, so there's a little bit of caveats that we have to work with. Other than that, it's a nice solid deck. I like that it has these top rails. It goes around the entire seam, so you can attach whatever you want into the bed. We're going to do something similar, but I think it's going to be with stake pockets. A couple caveats. We're not going to be really using any box tube at all. So there's one. Stake pockets, he's actually doing them inboard instead of having a rubber rail. That way you can still have the stake pockets. It looks better this way. I think so. In my mind, it's a much simpler design, especially since he's going with again, a skirted deck. And then the back is really, really simplistic. I wanted to show you guys that one because it's just a straight beam, but it's not just like a piece of angle. It actually looks half decent. As far as the round lights are concerned, I'm not a huge fan of round, especially on a newer truck. If we had like a 70s or even 80s, we could go with a round, but with the 16 aluminum Ford, I don't think it will match very well. But I included this one for the inboard stake pockets. It's not exactly what I bought the material for, but it is something to consider, and I'll likely, honestly, make my choice near, as long as there is stake pockets in the design, technically all my attachments will work. I'm more so leaning towards a rub rail on the outskirts, but I do like the look of this one. We have the lights. They're the same lights, virtually, what we have. I'm not a huge fan of the exact squared off top headache rack, even though it's likely the most functional design. Because, again, we need to fit 2 kayaks or 1 canoe or whatever. But as far as light placement, either we're going to do 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top, or 2 on the bottom or 2 on the top. But we're not going to have to do the middle clearance markers. We're not wide enough. But this guy, as you can see, he does have the outboard stake pockets, which is something that I think we do want. And he also has the diamond plate top. We were going to do a wood, but at the cost and the small weight savings that we're going to have with the plywood, I think we're going to go with our diamond plate 8-inch. It should work out pretty darn slick. So this is a commercial bed, CM bed. There's a couple things I like about it and a couple things I don't. Headache rack, I actually quite like. I like that it's a rounded top, and then it's rounded corners, sorry. I like that it's rounded corners, and it does have the 2 lights on the top. This is what I mean by the 3 lights on the bottom. But focus on those 3 lights. They're recessed, which we haven't seen on any of these beds yet. I think there's small details we can do that aren't realistically going to change the manufacturing too much. Again, we're only using an angle grinder and a couple welders, and that's about it. But there's a couple small changes that we can do to our final product of a bed that aren't really going to affect a couple things. So, especially on the outside, the rub rails and all that kind of stuff, he has them recessed, or he has them as a little ledge, sorry. I still like the idea of the stake pockets and the rub rails, but this back section and the headache board or headache rack, those are the two I'm kind of leaning towards. This one's a pretty basic one, not gonna lie. As you can see, we kind of already touched on a bed that was very, very similar to this. And you can see rub rails on the sides, which is perfect. It has stake pockets on the sides, which is perfect. Diamond plate top, which is what we're after. I'm not likely going to include the 3 clearance lights in the center, but it does have the 3 lights on the bottom. Now, what this doesn't have is a rear bumper, something that we will likely have to add. Whatever bed we end up with is going to have a lot of stipulations and a lot of characteristics that this one has, likely mixed with the other ones. All right, so this is kind of like an AI rendering or a CAD rendering of a basic flat deck, and it's not a skirted deck, but it does have tubs. But as you can see, it's really tall, and that's so then you can clear your fenders. This I would classify a little bit more as like an off-road style flat deck. It's compromising a lot of what a flat deck is going to do, but it does have some pretty basic features on it that are nice. It doesn't have the rub rail, but it does have these little attachment points off on the side. But what's interesting is it has a different styled tailboard than pretty much all of them so far. Almost like a European light type deal, but it kind of curls down on the bottom straight across, but I like the depth. That's kind of the main reason I have this in the roster. It has a nice rear depth to it. What I like about this one is the different tailboard. He uses the diamond plate all throughout. I can already tell you one thing, the bottom section is going to be flat 3/16. We already have that. The rub rail design on this, where it curls all the way around, kind of like a one piece almost, I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to end up with, or what we're going for. The headache rack on this, you guys already know, I'm not the most thrilled about it, but he does do a little bit different than all the other ones. Instead of putting the lights, he has them included in the rack members themselves. Say what you want about it, it is a clean look. So the only change I would do would be angle the lights the opposite way. I think they would fit a little bit better, or try to get the angles the exact same. But that's just more of a design, a personal preference bit at the end. But functionality-wise, I think that rub rail that goes across the entire bit, plus that diamond plate on the top, is what we're going for. Okay, so out of all of these trucks, which ones to me are the standouts? I've narrowed it down to 3. So first, again, we'll go back to Waldo's truck. What do I like about it? I like that it's curled on the back. Positive. I like that it has side rub rails, and it also has the rear rub rails. Solid. Very nice. I like that it has the curled top. Awesome. And I like that all the lights are on the same plane. Horizontal, 45, whatever. They're all on the same plane. The only thing we will not be doing, again, is skirted deck. And we'll likely have a slightly different design on our headache rack and our rear, because he also does not have a rear bumper on this. The other truck I narrowed down, as you can see, this is the diamond plate one. It has some small differences compared to Waldo's. Diamond plate, it has the rubber rails front and back, which is awesome. And it has a basic tailboard. It has the 45-degree lights, the 3 that I like down the bottom, and it has the 2 in the headache rack. The only thing I would change, slightly different design on the headache rack, for sure. And we're not doing the diamond plate on the back. Plus, I want there to be a little bit more depth on the back end, and there's still no rear bumper. So this is the third and the last standout that relatively you guys can get the concept of what we're going into. This one's on an F-150, an 8-footer. Rub rails, good. Diamond plate top, good. Angled lights, all the same angle, good. No bumper. Headache rack's pretty basic. All said and done, all 3 trucks, we're going to kind of combine the 3, add our own little flair, but relatively that's what we're going for. Modular design, rub rails front and back, diamond plate top, basic enough rear, but add some depth to it. Because all of these are lacking except Waldo's truck. We need a rear bumper. We need a little bit of curvature to that rear headache rack. Make sure all the lights are on the same plane. That's what we're going for. We'll see how it plays out. Next video, we're actually starting to do some fabrication, which is going to be awesome. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.